So let's talk about Google Jail. Is there really such a thing as Google Jail? The answer is yes and no. So if you operate in the gray hat and black hat side of SEO, which I'm not saying is a bad or a good thing, right? In some cases, like it's perfectly okay to kind of push the line a little bit, if you will. But one thing to consider is that, there are two ways that you could end up on the bad side of Google. For one, if you like blatantly kind of like go against Google guidelines, you could potentially get your site penalized, right? They call it a manual penalty. And so what does that mean? Basically what it means is like, for whatever reason, let's just say somebody hacks your website and they inject malware in your website and you don't know it, and your website is out there indexed on Google and people that click on it are potentially getting exposed to this malware. Google might take action and actually file a manual penalty because they don't want your malware to spread, to other users that are doing searches on Google. So it makes sense, right? And from there, you'll get an alert saying, hey, your site was manually penalized, right? And so you have to go in there and fix it and then try to basically file a reconsideration request. And so that's one way. The other way is your site could potentially also get algorithmically filtered, right? So what does that mean? What does that look like? So let's just say you have a website and you hire somebody to write content for you and they're doing a great job, so you think, and you're just paying them every month. But let's just say they're plagiarizing the content from another law firm that's in a different market, and they're just swapping out your name with their name, and it's the exact same content, right? So as you're publishing this content, because Google already sees that there's somebody else that has this content indexed already before you indexed it, then there's a good chance that, your site will never ever rank for any of those terms, right? Or the keywords. So what happens is your site is getting algorithmically filtered because of a potential duplicate content filter, or some people will call it a penalty. So anyway, those are two examples, and there's so many other, examples. If you want more specifics, I wrote a whole chapter in my book, Law Firm SEO, that kind of gets into more specifics about how your site could get penalized and how you can recover from it.